February the 8th, 2022. What is living with your mind doing to your body? For most of us, when the mind is in control of our food consumption, we gain weight. Can adopting food morals help with weight loss? And if yes, then how? Adopting food morals can result in weight loss because it ends mindless eating. You are waking up to the food in front of you that is going into your body and placing your focus on it. You are staying awake during the eating process and making sure you honor the body by watching for its signal that it is comfortable and no longer hungry. Food morals aren't so much about what you eat, but the how, where, and when you eat. When you are taking control back from the mind around your eating habits, you don't want to start out with restrictions such as, you can eat this, but not this. If you do, the mind is going to fight back with resistance, and your efforts to change your food habits will fail. You have to know what you're dealing with. The mind is strong. If you have been living tangled up with it your whole life and it has been in control of everything, if you try to take control away from it because you notice it is making a mess in some aspect of your life, you are in for a fight, and you will lose. We have to be smart and begin to slowly separate from the mind and start to make small, mentally acceptable changes. This is especially true for the mind of the endomorph. The endomorph mind does not like change and will fight you to protect stability and comfort. The endomorph mind seems to be extremely stubborn to even the suggestions of change and will become defensive and sometimes aggressive. However, the endomorph mind loves things that have meaning. Respect, honor, integrity, values, morals, standards to live by. The idea of food morals slides right into the very narrow crack in the endomorph mind because genetically they are hardwired to want these things. The trouble they get in is they think everyone should think and believe as they do, and often become judgmental and get stuck on topics of fairness or right or wrong. Let's look at some food morals you can adopt that will more than likely result in natural weight loss and soul growth. When to eat. After you are certain you are hungry. If you think you are getting hungry but are unsure, have a glass of water and wait. Eat when you are sure you are hungry. If you are using a hunger scale of 1 to 10, 1 being a hint of hunger, 10 being my stomach is growling loudly, eat at about 3 to 5 on the hunger scale. Waiting until you are starving will make it very difficult to eat slowly, and you are more likely to overeat. Do not eat when the clock on the wall says it's mealtime. Eat when your body clock says it's hungry and time to eat. If you make plans to eat with someone at a certain time, make sure you are hungry. If you are not, you might want to order yours to go and just enjoy a glass of sparkling water or glass of wine and enjoy the conversation and companionship. You may not be ready for this degree of self-discipline if you are just starting your practice, and that's okay. You will grow stronger than your mind in its control with practice. Where to eat. Prepare your dining table like a food altar. Place all of your food on the table, refraining from nibbling as you are setting it out. Imagine by placing the food on the food altar, this blesses the food. If you are at work or out when it's time to eat, carry a small white cloth like the thin white flour cloth dish towels. You can also have a cloth that is special or meaningful to you. It just needs to be large enough to place your meal on top of. Now your space is sanctified or given meaning. We are doing this to remind you not to eat mindlessly, but to eat with consciousness, meaning, and purpose. How to eat. Slowly and with focus. Enter a state of reverence as if you are entering a sacred temple and are about to be in the presence of God or whatever deity you spiritually respect. Put your fork down between bites. Chew your food thoroughly. Use a timer set to 15 minutes and try to stretch out eating for 15 minutes or until you receive your body's signal of satisfaction. The more you use this practice around food, you will begin to learn your body. My body usually wants to eat 4 times a day, and it's usually hungry around the same time, give or take. I usually get my body signal, which is feeling like I need to burp. I will usually eat a few more bites slowly until I actually do burp. Then after the burp, I take one last bite and declare I'm done. You will start to learn the actual amount your body needs to eat, which isn't very much. When you first begin, put whatever food on your plate that you normally would in whatever amount you would normally eat. Prepare yourself mentally that your body is probably not going to want to eat everything you put on your plate. Eat slowly, paying close attention to the satisfaction signals, whatever those may turn out to be for you, and stop as soon as those come. Stopping can be a challenge because the mind may resist this, especially if what you are eating is incredibly flavorful or feels like a treat. When this happens for me, I tell my mind, look, you got to eat this unhealthy, high-calorie food. So the trade-off for that is now honor the body by not overeating it. I also believe as you get farther into your practice, your body will start signaling a desire for healthier, high-quality foods. Yesterday, I was craving an orange. An orange! I had chocolate in the house and potato chips, and all I could think about was that bowl of oranges sitting on my food altar. I couldn't wait until I got hungry so I could eat it, and I did. For now, don't worry about changing the types of food you eat. Just focus on the how, when, and where. Let's don't poke the bear of the mind. For me, this is how I see food in my body when I'm living in my soul awareness. These are the actions I take when I'm doing things inspired by my soul or heart and not my mind. We are making feeding the body part of our spiritual practice and soul awareness. The soul determines its values and morals, or the things that bring it peace and order, and it is strong enough to exert self-discipline or discipline over the mind. This is soul strength. Soul strength results in discipline over the mind. This is how I choose to live. Why? Living from the space of my soul awareness allows me to live a life of alignment, simplicity, and peace. I feel content, satisfied, stable, and fulfilled. In other words, I don't want any more trouble. I've had enough in my lifetime.